Well, how many of you couldn't help but to stare at her? Breastfeeding is normal, but we are not used to seeing it. Many years ago, I walked into my colleague expressing milk. Right? It was an awkward moment, and I never talked about it until today. You see, she's sitting in this tiny storage room where, in the office where you keep all the fork and spoon and tissue papers, and there's no lock to this room, so generally everyone could have walked in, but she hasn't got a choice. It's either this room or the toilet. And recently, I hear a similar story where another mom is pumping milk, and this time there's not. So the mom said, "Wait, I'm pumping." And the fellow said, 1 minute, and continued to walk in and grab stuff. Can you imagine how these moms feel? In another incident, I was having coffee with a group of friends. One of them recently a mom, so she brought the baby along. And while having conversation, she pulled out the bib and tucked the little fella underneath and started breastfeed away. I was like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? And I look sideways, I look at the floor, I try to play with my phone, and I try very, very hard not to stare and maintain eye contact. And when I look around us, I noticed that the other people around us also, they are staring and they are whispers, and this makes me uncomfortable. And I thought, how is it that I'm comfortable with the sexualized breast? When it's on the magazine and the TV and the movies, I'm okay. But when it comes to my friend sitting beside me breastfeeding, it felt really awkward. What my friend did is normal. She's just attending to her baby's basic needs. And here I thought, I'm just a guy. I'm not even a father. What does breastfeeding has got to do to me? And so how about this? I want to be the one less man or woman that stares and feels shy when a mother is breastfeeding. Well, in Malaysia, our government actually encouraged exclusive breastfeeding up to 6 months and continued breastfeeding up to 2 years. But only 1 in 4 infants are exclusively breastfed in Malaysia. Our economic development actually encouraged a lot of women into the workforce. And naturally, these are our moms, mothers-to-be. And after childbirth, when they come back to work, they notice that there's limited support for them to breastfeed. There's not much facilities, and this leads to low breastfeeding rates according to UNICEF. And on certain extremes, mothers choose to take a year off to nurse their baby. And what happened? These are your professionals. They could be your corporate managers, they could be your teachers, even your doctors. And all this is avoidable if you have a supportive environment. By having a supportive environment, you'll be able to influence breastfeeding rates. Since I think that breastfeeding is not a mother's duty, it is a mother's right. And it's up to the government and the society to help create this enabling environment that is supportive so that mothers will be able to make her decision on how best to feed her child. So that's why I went on to create this initiative with a group of friends and breastfeeding moms for the aim of generating more acceptance and promotion of breastfeeding in a family context, and then it translates to community, and then commercial and also corporates. So how can everyone support breastfeeding? When I talk about breastfeeding with my friends, when I talk about the initiative with my friends, they ask, are you sure? Can everyone help? And I said, yes. You can start by not staring. And you can tell your friends that breastfeeding is normal. And if you can do that, you would have done your job. And when I talk about this initiative with a group of friends in the commercial settings, they own cafes and restaurants. So my friend asked me, how can we start supporting these moms? I said, well, you have some private tables, then you can allocate this table so that if there's a mom who asks, can I breastfeed? You can reseat them in this table instead of having your staff directing them to the toilet. Right? And they ask, what if my customer is not comfortable? And I said, can you just reseat the customer away from the mom? That way, the moms will be able to breastfeed in peace. And if you can do that, you have help. And when I talk about this with my friends in corporates, the corporates guys are very funny. The first thing they ask me is, how much do I need? They ask, what's the budget for them to implement this? And then I cite this example that happened in the storeroom, and I tell them, mothers simply wish for privacy and comfort when they are expressing it. Right. So they said, is that it? I said, you know, if you have an expecting mom in your company, you can arrange with them much earlier for fridge storage and some place with privacy. I cite the storage example again. Actually, a 5 ringgit door latch would have helped prevented all these awkward moments where I experienced with my colleague. And this would have provided so much more privacy for other moms as well. By the way, this colleague was my ex-boss. So I believe that everyone can help in this mother's breastfeeding journey, and hence this Be Friendly initiative. When UNICEF introduced this golden bowl, one loop represents the child and another loop represents the mother. So what's in the middle? The middle is the knot, that is the father, the family, and the society. So it mentions society, right? There can be no bowl if you have no knot, and breastfeeding cannot be successful without our help. That's why breastfeeding is everyone's business. And to this, I would like to end with an ode to all mothers out there. May every mom be able to breastfeed freely and not need to seek for some secluded corners, restrooms, or even storage rooms. And may everyone support the spirit of breastfeeding and not stare and feel shy in front of the breastfeeding mothers. Thank you.